Yeah, I think now you can see, and just very briefly, normally when I say that I'm a space engineer or ballistic engineer, people think about very different crazy things, but day-to-day life, I just use the mathematic formula and the laws of motion, all the rules that roll our world, to put them in paper with the management and engineering to that to launch and operate to at the end to give this that you can see all those pretty and small and happy face at the end of the day was what I explained to you, having the complex math, the complex science, funny and inspirational. Like as you can see, we had like very different people building rockets and all about going to jail, but after that doing great things just with those small pieces of paper and objects that we had by that time all around Africa. And that's what I call and in terms of motivation, you see, I start here with those kids on the left side, going to schools, sitting with them, and making them just do what they understand about space. And then I start creating a path and understanding that game developers, GIS experts, 3D designers, and all those kids, they can also do the same development about apply to space. After that, I just got the opportunity to bring the knowledge of different countries in Africa and outside the world, because they've been working on the same field like for several years. And right now is what I'm bringing all back, all this, and linking this Angola, like the big space industry, making the capacity building, having more and more applications, having more and more outreach, more events, because this is what lead just I would jump this because this was my career path with all those compliments that I told you. It's not all about the academic path, but it's all about engaging with community, Space Hub, Space in Africa, SGC, SSPI, like International Astronomical Union, to bring here what this. This was the place where I've made my first World Space Week. Those are the kids. These are some of the activities, some of the things we've been doing since then on the space education, building rovers, building. You can see on the right side their flight suits, their rockets, their games, their coding games, like all those things. And after that, what you see is people participating on international events. This is electronic waste, painting about space and winning awards just by designing. They don't, this guy don't know nothing about space, but just arrive with me. I need you to explain me how those things about space works, because I want to do a hard work. And with the 2 months of just simple conversation and clarifying the curiosity and the questions, he came up with all those like pieces of art. And you see here the kids putting the questions to the international experts. As I told you, here I was cooking my first propellants for the rockets on the right side. And after that, we've been modeling. This is the waste of like a fridge. When you put the fridge on the waste, you can use this material to build all those spacecrafts. And remember the kids for our first space week? Here they are talking about GIS for air quality, for fluids, for solid waste management, and putting the questions about space habitability in the middle of the desert in Angola, astronomy, rocketry at the Air Force. It started like this, and that's why we are building, and I'm responsible for the UMBISAT. This program is willing to bring to all 55 countries an Earth observation capacity building for nanosatellites with the 3 phases that then I can show deeply this. But these are some of the things we are bringing kids, comic books, the 3 editions of the comic books on space education. The third edition is 1 day without satellites. What will happen? And even if you don't know about how to draw, you have more than 3,000 space related comic books that you can only just pick and translate to your local language. You see, this is what we are doing with Zimbabwe, the Rovimo Samanga, bringing space culture, bringing African culture to comic books to teach about planetary defense, astronomy, and all those things. This is a very young lady that is learning about space with this mystic bird that is showing the story of Zimbabwe and how is this connected to space exploration. And then you have like a lot of kids you see doing their artworks, doing their comic books on space here in Angola. School buses, for example, that were supposed to be transformed in schools, they are now part of those GIS training schools and capabilities for drought assessment and put it on the middle of the desert. And those are like thousands of initiatives. Even GIS, like comic books on how to teach GIS is what I've been doing here, like with funny comics and things like that. I've created a charter that is teaching GIS for kids on those places. And all of that just started on that place. This little place I show you, that photo, is where I could continue doing my operating satellites and doing things, but or just going to schools or universities with all the conditions. But I decided to sit with those kids that have many other problems and tell, oh no, they have many other problems. They won't care about space. But those are the ones that most care about space until now. And I've left and they continue asking for more. They are the ones now coming to teach me, those kids.